Maureen, it's stuck on spinny thing again. Boofering? What's boofering?
Welcome everybody. We are Impact Gamers, and if you didn't hear us talking earlier, Impact Gamers run after school groups, we go into schools and we do live events like this to teach children and young people how to make their own computer games.
And I said this earlier, I've seen some of the games that you guys have made and I've played them and I think they are excellent. So we're going to have Guru Grandpa introduce our very first game.
Hey up everyone, it's great to be back. Gaming Guru Grandpa here. I remember when this place had a different name. It was called the National Museum of Photography, Film and Potatoes, Mega Drive, The Laughing Witch and Television. Now it's gone all super sciencey with its Wonder Lab. I don't often get out to see the sun, but I went to the Wonder Lab, and there it was in all its glory. Sometimes looking at the sun can be quite inappropriate, but if it's the one in the Wonder Lab, it's fine. Talk about being blinded by science. Last time that happened to me, it was in the downstairs loo. I had to change the bulb for an energy efficient one. Turning that on for my midnight Wii, playing I Can't Control Me Mario is all over the place. Don't you all play with your Wii in the bathroom? Tonight's show is all themed around the wonderful world of science. These games have all been created at the museum by children and their parents, which I think is bloomin' marvellous. Let's get on with the first challenge. In this game, you play the part of an antivirus travelling around the computer trying to eliminate the bad code. The one who destroys most of the virus wins. I knew a lady that sneezed a lot. She ended up marrying my uncle. We call her Antivirus. Get healing that computer.
Adam, you got some people on it?
I've got, well, thank you Gaming Guru Grandpa for that interesting description. But I've got two people who know the game even better, because I've got Daniel and Muji who made this game. So round of applause for these guys! Welcome guys, please come over here.
Too high after me for you. So you guys made this game. How do you feel about it? You like it?
Yes.
Yeah. Would you change anything?
No.
So you haven't really. What was the idea behind the game? What gave you this amazing idea for making the game to begin with?
First we thought of making a game in a human body and like viruses in the human body, but then we thought of making a game in the computer.
That's a really good idea because we do get viruses. Adam was talking about this before, get viruses in our body, and also computer viruses. None of them are very good at all, and we don't like them, do we? So it's good to find out a way to protect them. Do you want to say anything about your game? No, that's okay. Right, guys, come over to the podium, and we'll start you guys playing your games. We're all ready to go. Yeah. Okay, so who's going first? Excellent. So all you need to do to start is tap the screen. Off you go. Let's cheer, guys. Let's cheer them on. Keep going. That's it. Well done. Look out for the next one. There it is. Oh, there's a big one there. Well done. Took it in.
Well done.
You're doing a really good job. Excellent. Speed boost. Well done. Oh! Well done. You did really well. That was excellent. Oh, well done. Okay. So, are you ready to try and beat that score? Okay. So, tap. Oh, come on, cheer him on, guys. That's it. Well done. It's a great start. Well done. That's it. Make sure you're looking out for where they are so you get in. Well, let's move on. Well done. Very quick there. Oh, there goes top. Keep going. Well done. Doing really well. Oh, very close. Well done. 2 parts remaining. Oh, so close. Oh. End of the corner. Doing really well. What a great score. Oh, 1 half remaining. It's hard to hit that one. Well done. Oh, that was excellent. Both of you did really, really well. Look at that score. So, do you remember your score? Do you remember who got the high score? Yeah, well done, well done. So, congratulations for your game, so you probably had a lot more practice on it. Very well done. First time up on the stage today from anybody, so Impact Gamers trophy for you. Well done. You've got some of your prize as well, there's something for everybody that comes up here, so you can choose one.
I like that game. I like that game a lot. And also, these games, they're available if you go to Impact Gamers Live from tomorrow and also on the App Store. These games are getting put on the App Store. If you've got a Google phone, you can play these games. So these guys have done really good. So give them another round of applause.
What do you got next, Beckie?
So, next, we're going back to Gaming Guru Grandpa.
Take it away, Gaming Guru Grandpa.
Let me share some of my fantastical knowledge about coding in Clickteam Fusion. To make your game super sciencey, you can include physics. Wait, what do you mean? Well, spell it properly then. You can include physics. Once you've added in an active object, from the properties window, you can change its movement type. Look at all these physics options. I did say physics. A useful one is physics static. Once you select the physics movement, physics, it tells you have to have a physics engine. Physics engine. Add this in as an object. Now, when you test your application, your object will fall with gravity. One thing with physics movements is that you cannot choose bounce. On a collision, you can make it stop, and if you add some elasticity in its movement properties, even choosing stop will make it bounce. But if you set your elasticity over 100, every time it bounces, it'll pick up speed. With elasticity, 100 is 100%. Like the most super bouncy ball you've ever seen. Have fun with your physics objects, and see if you can stack them on top of each other. I just love physics. Physics!
Thank you. Beckie, what have we got next?
So next, we're going to meet 2 more games creators. Adam, who have we got this time?
We've got Noel and we've got his dad Martin.
Welcome.
And also, Regis and Lucas, can you give me a wave? Regis and Lucas? Yeah. If you guys can head on down, if you've been chosen, if you've got your stickers on to play Cell Wars, that's the game you'll be playing. But here's the creators. I'll leave them with you, Beckie and Eddie.
Thank you very much.
What's the microphone?
Come a bit closer, don't worry.
So, what is your game?
Well, okay, it's Cell Wars.
Cell Wars.
Yeah.
Where did you get the idea for Cell Wars?
Well, at first Star Wars, but then we couldn't get it down, so I thought Cell Wars because it's like a battle of cells.
That's really good.
Inside the body.
Yeah, so that's, and it's like a war, so that's Cell Wars. Well, in between,
Viruses.
we've got the viruses, and we've got like people in between, which is like, we didn't really name it, we just named it Zero basically.
It's like a white blood
A
cell.
white blood cell.
A white blood cell.
He's got to
Right.
protect the good.
Ah, Excellent. Did you have fun making the game?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the main
It
thing.
is.
Right. Well.
Okay, thanks for coming to explain. Brilliant.
You head back to Amo. We'll give you a round of applause.
So, we're going to get to watch these two play the game. So, Jamie, who with Grandpa, can introduce the game while I bring up the two competitors.
So, this game is all about infection. You play the part of a white blood cell who has to defend your body from being taken over. Blast the infection before it reaches the other cells. You've got 40 seconds before the rest of the antibodies come to help out. I had an infection and had to take some tablets. You know, Samsung might make some good TVs, but the tablets are hard to swallow.
Thanks, Grandpa. Okay, so can I have your name? What's your name? Regis. Nice to meet you, Regis. And Lucas. Right, welcome. Come up to the podium. So thanks for that really great explanation from Game Guru Grandpa. You guys know what you're doing, yeah? Good. Excellent. Okay, are you going to go first, Regis? Excellent. Can you see that there? Can you manage to do it like that? Excellent. So the screen to start. Just there, just a bit.
Blast that green blob to start.
There you go. Going to start now. There you go.
40 seconds.
There you go, guys. Let's keep shooting. Well, we're going to keep shooting. We've got to keep some of the red alive. Keep behind you, guys, you can. Oh, they're everywhere. Well, Regis. Well, keep shooting. Spread it. You're doing a really good job. Keep over there. That's it, focus on that side, on your left side. Keep going, getting close, there's the red blood cells. There's the red blood cells, there's the red blood cells. Yeah! Okay, there you go. I'm just going to reset it for us. Okay, shoot the green blob to start. Excellent, off you go. Go on, Lucas. You can do it. Take the hand on the red cells. Keep going. Good tactic. Get the big one again now. Well done. All the time to infect. Well done, Lucas. Keep going. That's it. Defend your left side. That's it. Well done. I think you're going to do it. 2, 1. Yeah! Well done, Lucas. Excellent. 2 winners. Well done. Nice. So Beckie's going to give you.
So, because we have 2 winners, we have 2 trophies.
Excellent, guys. Well done. Really well played. Thanks for coming up. Make your way off safely where Adam is. Thank you very much. Well done, guys. What do we have next? Let me just remind myself. Okay, we have Adam up next. Thank you, Adam.
Hello,
A
everyone.
round of applause for Adam.
Just amazing. Just in a couple of weeks, those guys who've attended the groups with their parents, the National Media Museum, the Science Media Museum, they've done some great work. Those games are fantastic, and there's a lot more to see. Now, we like to inspire people, and there's nothing really more inspiring than sort of science, or maybe art, but there's science, so let's concentrate on science. And I want to just talk to you about 2 scientific things that are going to come in useful for when you're making games in Clickteam Fusion, the software that we use. Now, Isaac Newton was a very clever scientist, and he discovered lots of things about movement and about gravity and about the way the world worked. And he made some laws of it, and he has his first law of motion. And we're going to see a trailer for the exciting film of Newton's first law of motion now. that film? What's going to happen? Well, we will find out what happens. But Newton's first law of motion is that if something starts moving, then it will continue moving. If something's stopped, it will stay stopped. And in this world, we have loads of things like wind, the wind that blows, and we also have things that, like gravity, that pulls us down. We have loads of things affecting the way we move. But when we make a game, there's nothing affecting the way things move. So if we start pushing something along in one game, if it doesn't have anything to stop it, it will go on forever. Not really, the computer deletes it, its memory when it goes too far, but it'll go on forever. And so that's something we need to remember when making a game, is that when things are stopped, they'll stay stopped. And when things move, they'll stay moving, unless we change the way the forces around them. Now, if we want to change how things move when they hit each other, it's got something to do with momentum, which is the sequel to Newton's first law. Now, that little polystyrene ball, it didn't have enough force to knock over the book, but the big elastic band ball did, because it had more mass. There was more stuff inside it. So while it was moving, it could transfer more of that power along. Now, TJ doesn't know I'm going to do this, so TJ, can I borrow you for a second? And your cushion.
And me.
Fantastic. You get it back, hold the cushion. Can we just have a woo for TJ and his cushion? Woo. Now I'm going to pick up something that weighs about the same as the cushion. Yeah, this is probably the same as the cushion. Do you think it weighs the same? Probably not. Probably a bit heavier. This might have a bit more mass in it. It's got more density. It's got quite a lot of bricks that I put in there earlier, okay? So I'll just put that down, right, TJ? Now, you ready? Do you want to take off your glasses? Shall I hit TJ in the face with the cushion? Yeah! Yeah! Everyone, apart from that lady there, said yes. Round of applause for TJ. Well, no! It's about the same size. It's a little bit heavier. Who thinks I should hit him in the face with the case? Some of you are horrible here. You can go sit down. No, it would hurt more, wouldn't it? It would, because it's got all metal in it, and it's all the bricks that I put in earlier. We'll try it later. We'll do it for YouTube or something. Facebook Live. But yeah, when things have got more mass inside, more stuff inside them, they've got more power to them as well. The same way as that if I run into TJ, sorry TJ to keep on doing this, if I run into TJ as fast as I can, or drive into him at the same speed, the car, don't worry, we're not going to do that. The car's going to have more force, more momentum, and that's going to be really useful when we make a game in a couple of minutes after the next challenge. So I'll hand you back over to Eddie and Beckie.
Thanks, Adam. Thank you very much. So guys, we do have another game next. It's had a bit of a name change, which is really exciting, and it's called Sweet Science, and Gaming Guru Grandpa's going to explain how that game works.
In a world full of chemicals and pesticides, it can hurt the little ones, like the little bee. In this game, you play a bee, and it's your job to pollinate the flowers. You've got to pollinate as many flowers before you buzz off.
Okay, so Grandpa's explanation was very good. Then do we have our two players?
Well, we do, but I just had a quick word with the creator, who's going to join in the challenge. If you want to come up, and maybe your mum wants to come up, who helped me get up. Egan, do you want to come up with your mum? Round of applause. And can I have Matt and is it Haja? Is that the right name? Yes, cool. If you held that. Round of applause for Egan and his mum. Welcome.
While they come down, do you want to quickly say anything about your game?
I'll say, Egan's game is epic. It's got 3 stages to it, and you get the pollen from the flowers, you go to the beehive, you get a final score. This is just a small snippet of it, just of collecting the flowers. So I just want to say that they've done a really great job. Go on, Egan.
By the way, when you get to the hive, the bee makes a little, like, heavy beat noise.
He does. Yeah, there's a high
Thank you.
The bee was voiced by Egan, so pay attention to that.
Wow, good to know that. Thank you. Right, so are you going to go first, Egan? Excellent. Over you come to the podium. We'll start you off. You can touch the screen as soon as you're ready, and off you go. You really well. Oh, it was one day.
8 of the 21 flowers.
Well done. Keep going. You do well. Oh, you're there. Oh, that bee is bouncing everywhere. Good skills. Over in the corner. You get it back over there. Yeah. Doing it over. Well done. Oh, where's he going? Where's he going? Nearly. Well done, Bumblebee. That's a great performance. Okay, last one. We've got plenty of time. Oh, well done. Amazing. Great start. Is that level? The next up, we're not playing. We could be here all day with you playing the game. It's an amazing game. But I think, do you want to award a golden joystick? Standard has been set here. Max, is it Harjit? Yeah. Right, Max and Harjit, come on. That was a great performance. Can it be equalled?
We will see.
Over you go.
Okay, I will reset the
I'm just going to
game.
reset the game. You can, as soon as you see the thing, off you go. Oh, what a great start. Well done.
Very lucky with that start.
Oh, he's on the ball here. Well done. Oh, what excellent. Oh, he's going in there. Get him off there. That's it. Well done. Oh, he's in that one. Well done. Oh, it's fine. Bouncing around a lot. Keep going. That's it. Well done. Oh! Nice down. Oh! Very close. Quick, Eddie, take a look. Nearly there. 2 to go. Keep going. Oh, we have a vertical trap. Oh, no. Can you move the ball? Oh, excellent move. Well done. Oh, wow. Keep going. Now, Max, back. B. Oh! Very close. This time, come on, this time. Oh, vertical drop again, the vertical drop. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It's the simple fact that you've won other Impact Gamers lives, so you get a consolation prize. Yes, you do. Come over here.
Come over to Beckie. Becky will psych you up. Give us some advice.
From under there.
Really
Great
close, you've been
bouncing
watching.
bubble.
Yeah, we've been taking tips from what people have been doing. Yeah? Are you ready? Yeah. Are we ready, Eddie?
That's a popular one. Yes, we are. Is that what you want? Yeah. Excellent. Well done. Thank you very much.
Round of applause for Max. Woo!
Okay, so whenever you're ready, just touch the screen and start to move the platform, and the game will begin.
Keep your finger on the screen.
Excellent start. That's what we need. Keep going. This is a really good start. Keep it moving. That's it. Oh, the vertical drop again. Oh, he's going to hit something else. Yes. Oh. Very well controlled there.
Might have to try and use some of the edges of the.
There you go. You've got it.
I'm spin on it. Yes. Perfect.
Keep hitting on the edge. That's it. You can bounce back the other way. Well done. Yes. Well done. You also got 30 seconds. You're okay. Keep going.
That's a good angle.
You've got plenty of time. Keep going.
Yes, yes.
That's it. Two left. Two left.
I've got enough time.
10 seconds. Oh, that's it.
It's that tricky way around the corner.
3, 2, 1. Oh, excellent. You again don't go away. That's handy. You can choose one of our little prizes from under here. What do you find?
Fantastic. Well, it did get called an evil flower earlier. I think that is that little red flower in the corner, the bane of Hajo and Max's life. Oh,
Okay.
well done, you did
Well
so
done,
well.
Give a roll of applause. Excellent. Thank you for playing. Excellent.
Right.
What do we have now?
Now, we've got the tutorial.
We have,
Yes.
but this is very exciting, because for the first time in Impact Gamers live history, we are a little bit ahead of schedule.
Ooh.
Oh, yes. Thank you, Museum, for your email as well. Give me all the details! Who's going to be there? Be on time. It worked. So, we were going to have an interval and allow you to do things in the interval, like, and stuff like that. And then they said, oh, it's, might be a bit tight to squeeze it in. So we said, why don't we have an intervieworial or a tutorial view? We're going to have a tutorial and an interval at the same time. So, a round of applause for the first half and for Eddie and Beckie and TJ! And this is where Beckie, was she called Jodie or Jason? Jodie! Jodie! Hey! Everyone say hi, Jodie! Jodie is going to help make this game. Did you know that, Jodie? No. Wow. You are going to be a facilitator, a conduit. You are going to join that audience up there with us up here. And TJ, you get to sit on a seat. Everyone give TJ a round of applause. Okay. And I am going to attempt to plug in a lead into a different computer. Can we have it? Ooh. And yay! Right. Okay. When you make a game, it's called a game jam if you try and do it really quickly and do it with friends. So I'm going to load up Clickteam Fusion Free Edition, which you can go and download from www.clickteam.com. And it works on PCs. You can do a little bit of jiggery pokery and load it up on mine. And I'm not connected to the internet, so don't worry about my security certificate. So we're going to make a new application. First of all, when we make something new, we give it a name. So Eddie, can you help Jodie? It's still Jodie, is it?
Jodie. Yeah.
Jodie, you help Jodie. Director to people with hands up. We start off with the name of the game. So let's name this game straight away. So hands up. What should we call this game? It's going to be something to do with science and physics, but that doesn't need to.
Jodie, we've got the boy in the blue top and had his hand up on the fourth row from the back. Please.
Trapped in the maze.
Trapped
in the maze.
That's a really good title.
Okay, so there we go. Trapped in the maze. Now, we need a main character for this game. Who is trapped in the maze? And please, I'm happy with inanimate objects as well as sentient beings. So it could be a fridge, it could be a monkey.
Check shirt down the front here, please. What's your name? Alex. Who's trapped in the maze, Alex?
It could I know a character that I kind of like a lot, and it's called Sonic.
Sonic!
The hedgehog.
Okay, now, so that we don't break copyright rules, we will do a purple hedgehog. There we go, completely different. Okay, so here we go. Look at these mad skills. Oh, look at that. Look at that. This is why my parents sent me to art class. There we go. Look at that.
I love it, Abby.
There we go. Look. What I like about him is he's got this sense of, you know, he doesn't care. He doesn't care that he hasn't got any hands. He doesn't care about that. He's just happy just being in the maze. There we go. So there we go. This is Sonic. With a K. There we go. Hey, okay. Oh, too kind. Right. So I'm going to start building a wall for this maze. But I want somebody to tell me what Sonic's weapon's going to be to knock his way out of this maze.
What's his weapon going to be? The lovely girl in the pink outfit. Have you thought of something?
A ninja star.
Excellent.
Sounds beautiful. What colour ninja star? Are you still there?
Which colour, Naomi?
Green. A bogey green ninja star. Fantastic. So I'm just going to do a ninja star. How are we doing for time? Fine. There we go. And cut out. You've got to cut out the centre because that's where all the speed comes through. There we go. Alright, so there we go. We've got a ninja star, and I'm just going to place the centre of it. This eye is called a hotspot, which just means where the centre of it is. So, okay, there's his ninja star. Great. Now, what a lovely picture I've made. But nothing's going to move. If we run our game, nothing's going to move. Sonic's there, looking bored. Ninja star floating in the sky. So, and this wall is not behaving properly. So I'm going to give it a type of movement. So in its properties window, I'm going to choose physics static. And it tells me to enter that physics engine, like Grandpa said. So I'm going to put a physics engine in, which is under physics. There we go, physics engine. Now this has some rules for gravity. And gravity's turned on at the moment. Gravity's turned on at 10.00000. And so if I run my game, bye-bye wall. So that's not what we want a wall to do. What should happen when the wall hits the floor? I'm in the event editor now. When the wall's position, when it's trying to go off the floor, what's going to happen? Just shout it out.
Everybody shout.
Stop!
Yes,
Stop! I don't know if they're talking about the wall or just me. Okay, stop. Right, okay. So now if we run that, it is stopping, but what should it do if a wall hits another wall? Thank you very much. Stop. Now, I can't make it bounce because it's static, but I could give it some... Do you remember what Grandpa said? Elasticity? So I can make it slightly elastic in its movement properties. Now, he said don't put it over 100, so what number should I put it at? Jodie, do you want to find someone who looks dangerous, who might say over 100?
99.
Oh, 99. This is a very bouncy wall we've got here. So if we run our application... Yeah, and that is why. Look at that. That is why we don't build out of rubber. Look at that. Sonic is not impressed with that. So I'm going to take it down. 99 was a lovely number. I'm going to take it down to 0 because I think bricks don't bounce. It's just my view on life. So there we go. We've got the wall built. Now this ninja star. Shall we throw it? Oh yeah, the excitement in the audience is... Shall we get Sonic to throw the ninja star?
Yeah!
What do I need to do to get Sonic to throw the ninja star? I need to do something with the keyboard or mouse. So what should I say? When I... Click, thank you. So, new condition. The mouse, when I click, then I want him to throw the ninja star. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a new one. A new ninja star, and I will create it and click on him. I'll put it in his invisible hand that he doesn't have. And there we go. He will have the ninja star. And I will also give this some movement. I will make it static to start off with. We'll throw it later. Okay, so here we run the frame. Gravity's turned on, so you dropped it. 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 Right. We need to give it a little bit more oomph. That's the technical term. So we need to put a bit of force on it. So I'm going to say, under physics, I'm going to apply a force. Now, how much force should I apply? It says between 0 and 250. I can choose any number. Yes! 1 for 250 in the audience there. Jodie, do you want to... anyone choose a number? Oh, it's going all the way down. Here we go.
10,000.
10,000, thank you, sir. The price is right, 10,000. Now we need to set the angle of it. So yeah, 90 is going to be directly upwards, and 0 is towards the wall. So should we go halfway? Yes. So half of 0 and 90, adults? 45. Yeah, the kids would have been quicker. Right, okay. So there we go. Click, woo, click, woo, click, woo. That's 10,000 happening right there, sir. Woo, woo. Now currently, it's not nothing's happening when it hits the block. So what should we say? Well, because it's physics, let's just get them to both stop, which means that they'll react in a real life situation. So here we go. Boom. Oh, go Sonic! Oh. Yeah. Now, I wasn't expecting someone to come up with such a large speed, so let me just, I thought someone might say 250. Well, let's go for 200. Now, let's have a look at the same thing. If we throw it 200, that's 50 times slower? 500 times slower? Please correct me. No one wants to correct me. 200 from 10,000? It's slower. It's slower. If we throw it...
Oh, he's climbing.
It's climbing. Because the force gets applied, and that's it. It's pushing on the wall with that force. I haven't stopped the force, and it's just climbing up the wall. Oh!
Yes.
When it had enough force, it knocked it over. So, what I'm going to do is have a look at this little thing called density. Now, density is how much stuff's inside, and that helps with the momentum. Now, it took 3 ninja stars to knock over the wall. So I'm going to more than double this to 70, so that 1 ninja star will come close to knocking over the wall. There we go. Oh. Now, because it's got more density, the gravity's pulling on it more, and it's not working as much. So we need to up the force. So we go back and forth, working between force and density, until we can do amazing things like that. Now, just to make it super exciting, I'm going to get something to follow where our mouse is, and I'm just going to get one of those lovely diamonds that when you make something new in Clickteam, it gives you a diamond, and I'm going to call this follower. And we're nearly done. Oh no, what am I going to call it? Jodie, from the audience, what should we call it?
Unicorn.
Unicorn, thank you. Let's get a unicorn in there straight away. So unicorn. Now, we'll get the unicorn, we'll have a new rule, and this is special, and it's nice to be special. This is always set the position of the unicorn. It does it in 2, it's called X and Y, but set the position of X and Y to follow the mouse. So now, wherever the mouse goes, the unicorn will follow. There we go, lovely unicorn. Right, I'm going to say when we click, rather than just go at an angle, I'm going to get the angle from Sonic. I'm going to find out, under position, angle of a vector. This is quite complex. We start people off easier than this. But I'm going to follow it to unicorn. So this way, we can. Let me just warn you, you've only got 3 minutes if you do really need the loo, because we're going to start again in 3 minutes. Okay, so if we run the application now, I can now angle these ninja stars to go wherever I want. Now, one issue is that they never fall down, and that's because when Fusion adds a force, it doesn't take it away until we tell it to. So, when we click and we apply this force, I'm going to say, after a time, I'm going to stop it. So I'm only going to give it a tiny bit of time, 1/10 of a second, and I'm going to call it stop force. And then I need to make a final rule on the event. Stop force. I'm going to stop its force. So that's under movement physics. Stop force. And that is the secret of most of these games, that they've got a force applied to something. Ah. Do you know that 10,000 that you said earlier? Yeah? I think I need to bring it back because I'm not applying it for very long. Let's go up to 10,000. Here we go. And we run our game. Woo! Now it's happening! Now it's happening. There we go, Sonic. Great. Fantastic. So, you've made a little game. Now, to finish off the game, we should just have an evil bad guy that he's trying to defeat. So Jodie, can you find someone with a hand up near you and they can say what the enemy's going to be, the bad guy?
A sheep.
A sheep. That is exactly what I was expecting. I thought, do you know what? If you've got Sonic the Mutant Hedgehog, anything special about this sheep?
His name's Derek.
Derek. Do you know what? Derek the sheep. And do you know what? I think I've drawn the epitome of what Derek the sheep would look like. Any ideas what could make Derek look sinister? Oh, yes. Beautiful. Red eyes. Oh, it's a bit small. Red eyes. Oh, there you go. And a horn, somebody said.
Horns, yeah.
And being on fire. Right, I'm not going to do being on fire, but thank you for the suggestion. So there's Derek the sheep, and we just have one basic rule. There's a new rule that if a block collides with another object, being Derek, I need to name him, don't I? Is it 1 hour or 2 hours for Derek?
1.
Thank you. Derek, okay, we want him to be destroyed. So here we go. Sonic, go on, do it. Hooray! There we go. And obviously you can add more Dereks and other things to make games, but let's just save that as Trapped in the Maze featuring Derek, the evil sheep. Great, I'll upload that and you can go to Impact Gamers Live and play that online later. But round of applause, thank you for contributing.
Well done, guys. You just coming back in, welcome. Oh, the door's shut now, everybody seems to be here.
Fantastic.
So next, hopefully, we're going to go back to Gaming Guru Grandpa to introduce our next game.
Oh, but before they do, because I need to plug this cable in for TJ.
Previous game.
Yeah, that's fine. Right, did we push the magic button?
I've got a drug.
Oh, no, change input. Can you change the inputs on that? I do. I just want to let you know that Impact Gamers runs lots of groups and clubs and other things, and at the end of the show, come to the bar area and we've got some contact forms and would love you to say if you want to get involved in making some games. If you want to come along, and it's not as tricky as what we did there, it's a little easier. The box on the floor, TJ.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah. And so I want to know if you've got kids who are interested in games making, or if you want to know about other live events or stuff like that, then please do let us know and just come to the bar area.
And we will remind you again right at the end before you leave. We're just waiting for Gaming Guru Grandpa, who seems to be sleeping, having his afternoon snooze.
Still at the toilet.
Still at the toilet, we shouldn't have let him go.
Yeah.
Playing on his Wii. Thank you. Right. Okie dokie dokie doo. Right, I'm going for it, TJ.
Not the box.
I'm going to use the box. Not the box. Thank you. That's TJ. That's what you can learn from. That gentleman just there.
I don't have a microphone.
So there you go. So are you right?
We're getting closer. Where's Guru?
Thank you. I'll pass you back onto the slick guys there.
One thing that scientists love to do is go exploring. In this game, you play the part of a lovely young girl, travelling to a new world and exploring the area. You've got to watch out for the native monsters. Dig up treasures, freeze the monsters, and help fund your next expedition. Good luck!
If you want to interview them, then I'll just get back in the right place.
Okay, so is this your game?
Yeah.
Yeah, exciting thing. I've not played this one yet, but can you tell us something about it? How did you come up with the idea?
Just like having an idea about something.
Okay, so it's a similar idea to that. Okay, and what is it again? What do you have to do?
You have to get away from the rubber. To get away from the rubber.
Oh, okay.
And you have to dig to get money.
You have to dig to get money. Okay, so there's a lot of moving around and looking out for the other person on the screen. Okay, excellent. Thank you for your lovely explanation about your game. If you, did you do this picture?
Yes.
Excellent. All by yourself?
And the background.
And the background too. That's excellent. It's a really good way to advertise your game. I like that. Very good. Okay, thank you for your explanation. If you'd like to...
No,
Oh, she's playing again. She's playing again.
again.
I forgot, sorry. Okay,
Excellent.
let's get you over to the podium. Okay. Can you manage like that? Yeah. Okay. So when you're ready, if you just double click the screen.
Okay, and what's the score? I think we're setting the score at 250. So you have to,
250.
you have to get 250 in the coins.
Off you go, double tap. So off you go.
Digging up the
Try to
floor.
avoid the rubber. Where is he? Has he shown himself yet?
Oh, there's a coin down there.
Oh, you got some money? Well done. Keep digging. Oh, that's beautiful. Look at the rubber.
Coins. Need some 100 coins.
Well done. Doing well.
Watch out for the trees.
Keep an eye out for the sneaky rubber at the bottom.
It's going to be up.
Well done.
Come on, sir. Get some big coins. Run away from the rubber.
You have to remember to dig as well as running away from the rubber. Look at that. Excellent, well done. That's another one. Doing well,
That's a freeze, right? Double tap to freeze the rubber.
Well done, you're doing really well there.
Still not finding 100 coins.
Oh, big there. Excellent, well done.
Sorry, freeze the rubber. Double tap to freeze them. Get inside the tree. Use the tree to advantage. Yeah, well done. Fantastic. See if we can get any more coins before the rubber comes back.
Can you get any more? See if you can find any more. Oh, there's some more. Yeah, another one. Another. Oh, well done. Excellent job. Well done. 295. Well done.
And what was
That's
the
a great
target
score.
again?
Target was 250.
So,
Well done.
congratulations, you win an Impact Gamers trophy.
You're welcome. Thank you very much for coming up. And a bow as well. Thank you for that.
Thank you. Oliver and Emily, do you want to come on down? And I think we're going to have a game introduced.
Yes. Oh, so Guru Grandpa is going to introduce our next game.
This time we're going to continue exploring, but we're under the sea, and you have to use a drone. Time is paused while you program the drone. Unpause time and watch the drone follow the commands. Help the drone safely through the maze. The one who's fastest out of the maze wins. And just like Fred down at number 10, they can keep droning on about how they won. Remember, Fred, you never did win. I owned Mayfair, and we'll leave it at that. You big cheat.
Thanks, Grandpa.
So,
Great introduction.
Oliver and Emily, you want to come up?
Well,
Oliver's going to go
okay.
first.
Have you come over?
Set the arrows for the right course. Now, I'm going to start you off on maze 1, and your time starts only when you're playing the code. There's a green button near the top, can you see that? And that will play the code, but you can pre-build your code beforehand. So if you want to choose which directions, so
left, 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 up, right, right,
okay, you
right.
can try your code and you can pause time by pressing pause. Do you want to give it a go? Oh. Okay, stop.
Pause. Right, right, up, left, right.
Look at where you need to go. Very short.
That's good.
Excellent.
Balance very carefully there.
Left, left, Run.
Well
Good.
done.
Right, now we just get back to the door. So a lot of rights.
Right. Right.
Just fill it.
Right. 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 Right.
Sounds like my teacher in English. There we go.
Pause. Up. Down.
Or you can cancel them by pressing on the green one.
Stop.
Okay.
Right. Right. Up. Up.
You get tactics here.
Up. Run. Pause.
Have to go down one and then right.
Down. Right. Up. Up. Up.
That's it.
Run.
It's the only way.
Well done, well done.
Pause. Up.
Maybe another one.
Up. Left. 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 Run.
Great.
Pause. Left. Left.
Time's looking
Down.
really good.
Left.
7,794.
Left. Left.
And the time goes down, so you want a nice time.
That's it, well done.
So close now.
Left. 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 Down. 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 Run.
Down, up, downs. Oh!
Down. Down.
Anyone else feeling sick?
Yes!
Yeah!
Excellent.
Fantastic.
Wow. 7,192.
Just stand over here.
Well done. Okay, are you ready? Yeah, you sure? Okay, I think you can just tap the screen. Oh, there you go. So it's programming your first set of moves, directions.
Left. Left. Left.
How confident you are there?
Up.
No. I thought maybe I could give her a different maze, but then I thought
Run.
that wouldn't be fair. Remember to stop it or pause time. So press pause.
Pause.
Good. That might help you. There you go. Do you need to go to the right? Yeah.
Right. 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 Up. Left.
Yep.
Left.
Good. It's the same tactic. It works a lot more than
Left.
Especially if you pay for the paintwork.
Pause. Left. Run. Pause. Right. 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 Run. Pause. Up. Run. Pause. Right. Right. Run. Pause. Down. Run. Pause.
Oh, right.
Right.
So you can bump your way out of these situations.
Run.
Maybe another right.
Pause. Pause. Right.
Yeah, and one more right will get you into the
Right.
area.
Run.
There you go.
Pause.
Good thing we can do this in 3D. I'll be
Up.
quite ill at this point.
Run. Pause.
Oh,
Left. Run. Pause.
I know, this is a tricky bit.
Down. Left. Run. Pause. Left. Run. Pause. Left.
It's got 2 seconds.
Cancel. Down. Run.
Oh! Well done. Oh, sorry, you were just like 20 hundredth of a second there, but Olivia, you did so well. Big round of applause. Not Olivia. Sorry, that's the by your name. Evan.
The other way to hand it,
Right, so go over to Eddie and Beckie, you saw Oliver.
Anything you want from there?
And at this point, I'd like to ask Ben and Tobias to come down. Congratulations! Round of applause, Oliver!
And that's actually putting Thank you, well done.
Oh. So, I think we'll do that bit that you said we should do.
The bit that you said we should do. Okay, so now we've got a bit more Guru Grandpa.
Yeah. And we were asking Guru Grandpa the question, how do we make our games go with a bang?
I suppose we've got time for me to help one lucky individual. I can definitely help your game go with a bang. You need to have some physics particles. Or as I call them, rainbow balls. Once you've got a physics engine in your game, add physics particles. By default, they will be rainbow balls. First of all, edit their image. I'm going to make mine look like fire. And now we need to get it to turn off after a set amount of time. In the event editor, add this condition. On the timer, every 100th of a second, we're going to add 1 to their alterable value, A. Right-click under your particles to add an event. Then, another condition. When alterable value A has counted up to 10, on that condition, set an event to turn the particle creation off. Now our particles will only be created for 1/10 of a second, making it look like an explosion. You can change property settings for other effects. To save on computer memory, you can have the particles destroyed when alterable value A is greater than 200. I really love physics particles. I did say particles. Oh, excuse me.
Happens to us all. Right, Tobias and Ben, do you want to step up on stage?
Welcome, guys. So, are you ready for our next game? Yeah? Have we got Gaming Guru Grandpa to explain our next game to us?
We've got to protect our bees and our oceans. In this game, you play a scuba diver who's trying to protect the coral reef from being damaged by all the rubbish. So you can carry on studying all the amazing life there. Move into the rubbish, but avoid the sharks. Try and save 70% of the coral reef before your research trawler comes.
Right, do you think you can do that? Yeah?
Okay, who's going to go first? Ben, come on.
Well volunteered to us.
Is that okay if you're prepared? Yeah. So touch the screen to start and save that rubbish from hurting.
Loads of encouragement from the audience. Come on then, come on Ben. Stay in the middle to avoid the sharks. Oh, get that low.
Grab it. Oh. Grab as many as you can. Well done. Grab the shark.
Go down the other side. Round of applause!
There you go. Tap it again. Excellent. There you go. Oh, they do come halfway. You're doing well. Get that one.
Good skills.
Nice, keep going. Well done. Doing well avoiding the sharks.
Well, past halfway. Don't sit in the edges. So we can take that.
Excellent. Just go. You're doing well. Barrels. Keep going.
Oh, I believe that one. Oh! Yeah!
You did really, really well. Can we get your prize from down here then? And if you go see Beckie, Tobias?
Here's your golden Impact Gamers.
Oh, teacher, and actually, can you put it back on the other input? Take over for a bit.
Okay.
Because there is a fantastic game, a great game, that we themed all the games around science, and this little lad called Elijah and made this great game called David and Goliath. He was like, I wonder about the science of throwing stones at giants. And he's made this brilliant game. Now, it's not 100% finished yet. There's a few things that need to be done, but I thought I'd show it to you. Is that all right?
Yeah!
Yeah, okay, yeah, good. Now, the first stage, you fight a lion, practicing, and the second stage, you take on the big man himself. But I'll just show you the first stage of this game.
I'm not scared of you.
Look at that! There he is. There's David, and there's the lion. And if you click and hold down, it gets going. This is called torque. It's a motion of spinning. That's a bit high.
I caught the lion.
There we go. I just wanted to show you that. And just so you could give a round of applause to Elijah because that's so well done, Elijah.
I think that's one of my new favourite games. That was cool.
So yeah, these guys are going to talk for a sec, but do visit impactgamers.net/live from tomorrow and onwards to have a look at the games and the things that we've done. But Eddie and Becky, I'll leave it with you.
Right. Well, we're coming to the end of the show now.
Oh! It is a shame. We'd love to keep going. But that's all we've got, so we don't have anything else to do.
Games. We need to make more games.
Yes, we do.
Oh, Becky, if I wanted to let's move away from the speaker. Oh, Becky, if I want to sign up and learn how to make games, where should I go afterwards?
Afterwards, you need to go out the doors and to the bar area, and there'll be some sign-up sheets there where you can sign up.
Fantastic.
Yes,
I'm
they will.
going and getting ready there now.
As Becky said, we do need more games, so the more of you joining in, coming to the clubs, making games, the more we have for next time we do the show, and the more you guys get to play it online. So please do sign up, please do get involved, and make some more amazing games. Thank you guys, you've been really, really awesome. Have you enjoyed yourselves? Yeah. I'll do that one more time, I think. Have you enjoyed yourselves? Yeah. Excellent. You've been a great audience. Thank you for coming, and we hope to see you next time.
I've had a great time. What a great load of creative potatoes, coders we have here. I'm off to stretch my legs and go and have a look at the sun. Enjoy the festival. Bye.
Look at that. On Maze 2, we have the creator, Issa, here. 8282. That is an amazing score. How do you feel about that?
Good.
Are you proud of your game?
Yeah.
You've made an amazing game.